When establishment Democrats like Hillary Clinton start talking about fascism coming to the United States, you know there's really something to worry about. Check this out, ring the bell, leave your comments, and please subscribe to our channel. It surprised me and it didn't surprise me. And that is Hillary Clinton, yesterday, I believe it was, gave a talk, and she said, in fact, I'll read from her speech. She said, and so I think Madeleine Albright's book is really well named, Fascism, a Warning. And the idea, now keep in mind, this is Hillary Clinton, so this is the establishment of the Democratic Party. I mean, you know, the more, the less likely to go what you might call alarmist. You know, I would think. She says, and the idea that it can't happen here is just old-fashioned, my friends. So there is so much at stake and so much that people should be trying to sort through for themselves and perhaps joining for action together to speak out. I am a very worried optimist. Again, I'm quoting Hillary Clinton here. I'm a very worried optimist because there seems to be no staying power for a lot of these really serious threats. And that is part of the strategy. You do something today that is even more outrageous than what you did yesterday. You say something that is totally beyond the pale of what should be expected from any public official. And so what happened yesterday is so quickly lost in what is happening today. And this goes way beyond party. And then she goes on to say more than 1,000 former prosecutors appointed by Republicans and Democrats all said these incidents are related in Mueller. The second half of his report clearly amount to indictable obstruction of justice charges. And there are so many Republicans who are speaking out and organizing to try to sound the alarm, but not enough of us. And that means regardless of party, whatever you are. So do you share Hillary Clinton's sense that fascism is coming to America? Are we even in the middle of it? I mean, you know, I've many times over the years read to you and shared with you the book "It Can't Happen Here" by Milton Mayer. You know, he went over to Germany, and while he was there, in fact, he was there for a year. This is right after World War II, and he sort of lived with or hung out with so much that he virtually lived with 10, quote, good Germans. These were all people who were not in the military. They were not party members. They weren't all gung-ho. One was a bricklayer, one was a baker, one was a college professor. I don't remember all the different professions. And the message that they all conveyed over and over and over again was, it happened, you know, it was like every day was a new outrage. I remember, you know, I don't have the copy right in front of me. It's back in the studio in Portland. But, you know, I've read it enough times over the years on the air. Every day was a new outrage. There was constantly a distraction. Whenever anything happened that should alarm us, there was some breaking story about some new thing that Hitler was doing that just, you know, threw the news into a spin. And at a certain point, and this was the college professor, you know, he said, at a certain point, the institutions are all still there. You know, the opera is still, you know, they're still singing at the opera, and the theater is still playing movies, and you can still get a sandwich at the local restaurant. All the institutions of the churches are open, all the institutions are there, and the government seems to be functioning, but the spirit is gone. And in fact, you no longer live in a democracy. You live in a world of fear and dread, and thus the rise of fascism. And I see so many parallels to that, and I think that Hillary Clinton is absolutely right on this. And Madeleine Albright, of course, she's quoting Albright's book, and Madeleine Albright should know. I mean, members of her family perished in the Holocaust. So I'm curious your thoughts on how far down that road we are and what we should do about it. I think we're quite a ways down that road, frankly. And I think that what we need to do about it is we need to start calling people out. We need to hold people responsible. The Democrats need to start taking names and kicking ass in the House and the Senate. And you know, we need to wake the American people up.